Hi, my name is Colin Hartman, and I went on the Franciscan pilgrimage in December of 2013 into January of 2014. I play on the men's volleyball team here at Stritch, and I thought this would be a really cool opportunity to share the really unique experiences that Cardinal Stritch athletes have gained from going on the Franciscan pilgrimage. It's a really unique experience that is really special to Stritch, and I think that the athletes and coaches and athletic directors alike can come back and really tell some cool stories and share that experience on their teams and in the athletic department. So I wanted to share these stories so that the pilgrimage program can stay strong among the athletes in general, and to continue to create those stories here on campus.
My name is Pat Clemens, and I'm the Director of Athletics at Cardinal Stritch University, and I went on the Franciscan pilgrimage in 2010. I think the big thing for us is that when our athletes come back, and I think a little bit about when I came back from the pilgrimage, is the different kinds of experiences we're able to share with all of our other students and my colleagues that are coaches and our athletic training staff and sports information. And I think the most important thing is that fraternitas of the pilgrimage, the things that Francis always talked about the fraternity, about the gathering of the family. And Francis always talked in terms of mothers and sons. And in many ways, that's what athletic teams are. There are certain times that part of the team is the mother, and other times that they're the son, taking care of each other and providing that environment for them to do better and to grow. And I think that's what we do here in the athletic department. I think we have an opportunity now to really kind of grow our sports and to grow the opportunities. And we've seen our student pilgrims come back and the impact that they've had on their teams and the way they talk about their experiences. And just, you can tell the changes that they've made in their own lives that make them even better people than they were before, and the way they share those experiences with each other. And I think it's opened up a lot of communication between our teammates and colleagues, that they're able to talk about things more openly than they have been in the past. And I think all of those things, coupled with the great experiences of being in Assisi and in Rome, to be at the Carcery, to understand and go through solitude, and the experience that we need that every once in a while. We need that separation from everybody, but knowing that that group is there to support us when we come back.
I'm John Foffel. I'm the head women's basketball coach here at Stritch, and I went on the pilgrimage in 2004. And I hear about the Franciscan values here a lot while I was here, but I think I got to learn more about St. Francis as a person, which for me it made him feel like more of a real person and more true to, I could compare myself to him and what he went through and what kind of person he was. And so I think the biggest takeaway I got from it was I got to understand the power of relationships and how St. Francis treated people and how he got things done in his life and how he impacted others. And so my takeaway from the trip is I didn't look at myself just as a coach here anymore, but really focus on creating relationships with the student athletes that I got in contact with. And I think I've been more impactful in trying to guide them and be a role model in the Franciscan values here, and just guiding them in their next career path.
Hi, my name is April Daniels, and I'm the head athletic trainer at Cardinal Stritch University. I attended the Franciscan pilgrimage to Italy in October of 2013. I think the most profound experience for me while spending time in Assisi was the visit to the St. Francis Basilica, and in specific having Mass at his tomb. I think that was probably the moment in which I realized that this was a truly unique experience that we were getting, and something that was a highly coveted area that was completely blocked off and allowed, and we were given direct access to it, and allowed to have Mass within that sacred space, a place where others were waiting, waiting in lines and quite a bit of time in order to even just have the opportunity to visit. I think that the way that has translated to my position here at Stritch and how I've brought that back is that I've realized that the Franciscan pilgrimage opportunity that we have is truly unique, and something that is unique to Stritch, and a wonderful opportunity that we are allowed to partake in. I think that how that has affected my daily life and how I've used that in my position is to continue to try and always find the bonum, or find the good here at Cardinal Stritch, whether that be within my relationships with my colleagues and my student athletes, or whether it be the experiences that are taking place here on campus.
Well, I wasn't actually an athlete until my senior year here at Stritch. I just kind of decided to run cross country on a fly. And I guess what the pilgrimage did to help me with that is I felt really comfortable. I obviously wasn't a college athlete. I never anticipated being one. But the team was really welcoming and just really accepting of my lack of ability to be a runner. And it really helped me just to feel comfortable with people because I'm usually pretty shy and can kind of keep to myself. But from my experience on the pilgrimage and just that sense of community, I felt that it was going to be really easy for me to join this new group of people in a sport that I've never participated in before and just go out there and have fun with them. And it wasn't so much about competition for me as it was for other people. It just was something fun. It was something that I wanted to challenge myself with. And I think that kind of came from being on the pilgrimage as well, just that learning to really go outside of your comfort zone and do something new is what I wanted to gain from being a cross-country athlete here.
You know, we're human beings, not human doings. And just to take that opportunity to really be, we don't always have to rush around and do everything, just taking the opportunity to absorb and to relax and to really realize, be thankful for all the things around us. And that really connected to my athletic experience playing on the baseball team. Not always trying to practice as hard and just being at practice and enjoying enjoying the team, the camaraderie, and really the entire experience and being thankful for what we have.
On the pilgrimage, we learned a lot about St. Francis and St. Clair and a lot of things that they did. They weren't necessarily supported by the overall community, so a lot of people looked down on the things they were doing, but they did have smaller communities like the Poor St. Clairs and then the Friars, and they really supported everything that St. Clair and St. Francis did, and I think that that was really important for them to know that they had a community that supported them. And bringing that back to the softball team, it's important to know that people support you in what you do and that you also need to be there for your team and support them.
Just learning about the lives of St. Francis and St. Clair, I learned to, kind of treat everybody as somebody that you love and to be competitive with them in a more loving way, like to drive them to want to be better, but also to push myself to want to be better.
I guess, like I said, that sense of community was something that was I took from the pilgrimage, and I just really opened up to people that I wouldn't generally open up to.
It was as we're driving from Rome to Assisi, it's about a 2-3 hour drive, and again, Father Michael got up and said, told all of us that this was very similar in distance and in time from the walk that St. Francis made from Assisi to Rome and back, and just the concept that we were driving 2 or 3 hours and St. Francis walked this, that trek, that difficult journey that he made just for something he believed in, kind of made practice, the suicides we have to run and all the conditioning and all the hard work seem a little less hard, a little less difficult as he was able to do that. It just made practice a little easier and really, again, made me thankful for what we have.
When we were on the pilgrimage, we went to a place called Mundo X where people with struggles go, like drug addictions, and they go and they work on those personal struggles. And I think that to see that those struggles can be overcome, to think about the struggles that you have in sports, that they're so minor compared to those, and it might be something like trying to keep up on homework, but it's not something like a drug problem, or you might have problems with other people on the team, and so it's something that you can get over, and it's something that you can work on, and you can always overcome with the help of those around you.
My following years after returning from the pilgrimage, to really be more of a strong leader to the other teammates that I had. I know one thing in specific, some of the freshmen coming in, when they came in on their recruit, they just said, I felt so comfortable, you built me up so much, and I never really thought that it had as much of an impact, but it was just good to hear that positive leadership was able to help impact others to, get to be better players and better people overall.